Ron Rivera, you are living for quite a few years in Nicaragua, and you are representing an organization, Potters for Peace. What is the objective, and what is where we are here now? What is this about?
In 1980, the Inter-American Bank financed a study that was carried out by ICAITI, the Central American Institute for Industrial Technology, to evaluate 10 water filters. And the indicators for that evaluation was that the water filters could be produced locally, and it would remove microbiological contaminants, and it could be made by local artisans. Those 10 filters were evaluated, and none of them really passed the test. They could be made locally, but none of them really passed the microbiological testing. The chief of that evaluation team was Mr. Fernando Mazariegos, a Guatemalan, who decided to continue to experiment. And he did a lot of readings on other types of filters, including the famous Swiss Catadine, and found that the better filters, the better ceramic filters made in Europe, were coated with something called colloidal silver. He decided to coat his filter, or the locally made filter, with colloidal silver, and it worked. So he started coating them, and it became a success. He did some writing. In 1984, he went to Ecuador and trained some indigenous people in the highlands of Ecuador in how to produce these filters. I was there at the time, and I was trained also. Since then, since I'm a potter and a sociologist, I found that it was an effective tool against diarrhea and against microbiological diseases. So we continued to promote this.
Ron Rivera, you're here in Nicaragua, and you are working for Potters for Peace. What was your dream when you started to work on this filter?
I was trained in making the filter in 1984. When I first realized how effective it was against to clean contaminated water, it carried me away, and I decided that I would train more people in how to do it. The pores of the filter would remove the larger bacteria, and the colloidal silver will kill the other bacteria. It's very low price, and it's very effective.
So you wanted to develop a solution which can be produced locally?
Yes, I wanted to produce something that could be locally in each country, standardized sizes that could remove microbiological contaminants.
How many filters have been sold so far in Nicaragua?
Okay. In Nicaragua, they've sold over 27,000 filters are in the field being used. Of course, some have to be replaced after a year, but that's how many were sold.
How many of them are in use?
I have no idea of how many are still used. The NGOs usually have to, that purchase them, will have to do that type of statistics. I don't have it as a producer.
So you are not really selling to the customer. The NGOs are giving them away mostly?
Right. NGOs are not the end users. The end users have to be part of usually programs, that health and emergency programs that NGOs carry out.
So it is still a disaster relief type of technology?
It's a disaster relief, water and health project, hygiene project. So it goes along with other chlorine projects and washing your hand projects.
But could you imagine that you develop this product also for the common user and for the middle class, not only for the poor?
Definitely. That's the long-range idea. Being able to market to the normal targeted markets of the middle class is definitely an idea for future.
Ron, how do you estimate the potential market if you start dreaming in Nicaragua and in Central America? There are about 5 million people in Nicaragua.
Right. Well, just looking at how many people, more and more people buying bottled water, shows that people don't trust their potable water or their piped water. So I would imagine there'd be a large market out there for these. I could easily think of over 100,000. If 20,000 have been sold already, maybe 1 million would probably be, over 10 years, would probably be a good target.
And in all of Central America?
Well, we're producing already 20,000 have been sold in Guatemala. So, and that's a much larger country. We're one of the smaller countries. So I figure that it would be the same type of increase in each country. The way I'm looking at it, for example, the UN Millennium Goals for potable water is to attend 125,000 people a day. If we had 100 factories producing 200 a day, we'd meet 20,000 filters a day worldwide. So we could put a dent in that number easily.
Has it spread already beyond Central America?
Yes, we have factories. We have a large factory in Ghana, and there's 3 factories in Cambodia. We're working in Indonesia, Myanmar, ex-Burma, Thailand. India will have 2 factories this year. Salvador will have another one. We're presently in Darfur, Sudan for another factory, and we've started work in Iraq.
So there is a great scope for scaling up this technology.
There's a lot of interest in it because it's a low-cost technology and it's very effective.
But it would require good marketing, because to create the markets for this product would help to set up profitable supply chains.
Yes, I just got back this last year visiting all the factories, and I could frankly say the principal problem in all of them is promotion and marketing. It's a serious problem in all the factories, so we need assistance.